can't see anybody. Okay, well, I've never done this before. My story is in the second person. It has no drinking and no sex, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's nerve-wracking up here, but it helps that I can't see. Okay, it's 3 a.m. You're at the Denny's Diner on the interstate in Wisconsin, rural Wisconsin. You're on the way to Milwaukee because you got the phone call at 11 o'clock last night that your Aunt Estelle had died. You're with your sister Laura, and you've got to make the stop to make it through the rest of the way. Your waitress comes to the table. She's wearing a uniform, a starched apron, and shoes that she could bowl in. She takes your order. You know that the Grand Slam or something like it is the only thing that's going to get you from where you are now to Milwaukee by 10 when you're due at Cousin Sarah's house. So by the time she brings you your coffee, you're picturing your Aunt Estelle. Died at the age of 95, a woman you'd looked up to most of your life, but especially in the last 15 years after she turned 80. That was the best time. That's when she wasn't afraid to tell anybody what she really thought about anything. She told her husband, Cy, when he was 75, "What the hell are you thinking? What the hell were you thinking about opening a pawn shop in suburbia? It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. And by the way, honey, don't ever wear horizontal stripes. They make your hips look huge." So now it's time for the rest of the order. Your sister orders oatmeal, wheat germ on the side, and pomegranate seeds. They don't have them there. They had to get a rough substitute with crushed strawberries. You order the Grand Slam because just basically you need it. So when the eggs arrive, 2 fried sunny-side-up eggs, those egg yolks look like enormous eyes. You've been up all night. They look dry like your eyes look dry. Your eyelids feel like communion wafers. And all of a sudden, before you dig in, you look straight up and yell out the word insomnia. Your sister thinks you're talking to someone else. Or maybe that you are looking at the headline of the Inquirer that's up at the cash register. Maybe it's the lead story. But you're really trying to confide in her about truly a problem you've been having for months, insomnia. You think about your aunt. You think about Estelle and all the things she's been through and all the ways you wish you could get to be like her when you got old. And you think about the damn insomnia, how you look at the clock during the night, every hour, sometimes every 2. You play games to try to get to sleep. The games like saying all the states A to Z. Then you get to be a really tough judge on those bad nights, and you say, well, okay, you can name rivers, sometimes continents, only in North America, South America, and then one of each. When you get close to the time on the clock, you get ecstatic. That's when you start roaming the house, thinking maybe if you had another place to sleep, you'd be better. You try different beds. You go to different rooms. You put your feet where the headboard's supposed to be. You feel like those literary litany of insomniacs. You think of Lady Macbeth. You think of Goldilocks. You think of the Princess and the Pea, wondering if there's something in the bed that you could just do differently and fall asleep. By now, you're finishing your eggs, your sister's gotten through the oatmeal, and it's time to go. You ask for the check and hope to hell that Cousin Sarah has a decent bed.